Alright, dude, here we are back with another Madden video. In this one, we're finishing up with our season and we are ready for the playoffs. As you can see, we are 16 now. And we're going to face Seattle as the first playoff game. Now, if we go to the schedule, I think we'll also play the 49ers for a championship. Then we beat the Browns and the Broncos for the Super Bowl, and we already beat the Broncos. And we can beat the Browns. But honestly, the 49ers will be the toughest game. Because they've been scoring like 30 points every game. So it'll be a shootout. And we're going to do a full game against Seattle.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the
Baltimore wins, so there goes the Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the decision to come
Jacksonville
out
wins.
5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I actually did not expect that at all. So it'll be Baltimore or Jacksonville. Broncos and Browns both have better teams.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a seat.
And we will play San Francisco next week.
On his status when we get back. So
that'll be a good game.
Now from the 30. Now Brady. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 70 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this will be a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Let's go, defense.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Second and 5 now. Brady gets this one to Hill. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady.
Why wouldn't you go?
Back at his own 7. Melvin Ingram. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's hauled in by Shepard. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Parker, the intended target. 3rd and long. 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 3 You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is taken at the 23. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson, 69 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On play action, now Brady. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 53 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on 2nd down.
What?
Johnson's got it complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Johnson, 70 yards. As
It's
his guys
wide
are
open.
back within a single score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
On first down, Wilson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be second down. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that is incomplete here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man Johnson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On play action, it's Brady. On the crossing route, complete. It's Person. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brady's throw there complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brady. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady down to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time was a pretty one-play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A good pickup there, a 22. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw again is Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Wilson will throw again. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
The short field shoots.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it'll be second and goal. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. On second and goal, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot to hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
From the 27, Brady. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Brady going to look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. He finds Hopkins complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. Wilson, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Next week we will play the San Francisco 49ers, who are 14-2. It's to be a really good game, going right to the Super Bowl. And see you guys next time.